A to the L to the I to the Z to the E, and it's all on me. And we are back with your daily dose of Legend Z. Now, today's video, this is gonna be the second video. I decided to just record it. So if I'm wearing the same shirt, please don't judge me, okay? Uh, I wore this last night when I recorded my last video, but yeah, I'm gonna take my shower after this one. So what I'm gonna talk about in today, okay? We're gonna talk about um our new reality. And the reason I say we're gonna talk about this is because, like I said, what I'm doing as of right now with me affirming my new reality and still not being able to, react to certain events, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't, because, I do. And I feel like that's something that, as of me, for like right now, what I'm learning to do is I have decided to make this decision, by being able to focus more on the new rather than the old, okay? So when I'm talking about your new reality, I'm not just talking about focusing on what you're manifesting. What I want to talk about really is focusing on the new world that you want to create for yourself. And it's not just only manifesting, what you want in your life, but just honestly focusing on new things that will begin to happen throughout your life and the new page that you're going to be on, okay? Meaning the new things that you're going to experience, the walk that you're experiencing, whether that's through spirituality or whether it's just you changing, okay? Not just only you getting things that you desire, but really truly seeing things from a new perspective and having higher hopes, or not even higher hopes. Let's say you have higher expectations of yourself, your standards that you've set for yourself, things that you want to improve on, stuff like that, okay? I'm working on my reality of improving my thoughts and improving my behavior is secondary, but my thoughts are first. I want to say that's first because that contributes. So me being able to change my mindset and being able to take a new approach to things. So I want to say that if you're going through an experience of changing and shifting and becoming the new version of who you want to become, remember that with you becoming this new version, I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't seep back into my old reality. I don't seep back into my old beliefs, my old habits sometimes with when it comes to certain things. Sometimes I don't want to do certain things. I want to seep back into the old version of procrastination, of not doing things that I said that I would do. But that's not only lying to people and not being trustworthy, but it's not the fact of me having it having such a big impact on people around me, but it having an impact on myself, because my self image, like how I perceive myself, is important to me, okay? So I want to talk basically more about I want to say for me, right now, and jumping back on the bandwagon, you know, we're going to have our ups and our downs, okay? And that's something that is important to remember. This isn't going to be a world of cupcakes and pies and sweet potato pie, although I wish it would be, because I love sweet potato pie. I really do. However, what I can say is, for me, I'm doing my affirmations. So, like I said in my last video, what I will recap on is just this one thing. I started my affirmations again. I was on a mental diet. I had a breakdown. I let negative thoughts get to me and they spiraled out of control. So today is a new day to start over again. Okay? Every time I do that, I start over, because when something in my something I let affect me and I let it get to me so bad to the point where it bothers me, I have to start over, okay? It's just like with me doing my motivational videos. At a point, I stopped listening to motivational videos, and I wasn't realizing that I was unconsciously aware of these thoughts that I had throughout my mindset. So I started back to listening to motivational videos. And for me, I will say I used to listen to rap music, certain rap music I listen to, but honestly, I don't listen to music like that. If anything, I changed the music I listen to. I now just only listen to motivational videos, and I research and I listen to things that will help me to improve my mindset. So that's what I do. Okay, that's how I will picture my new reality of being the version of who I want to be and becoming that woman of a new perspective by looking at other people that I do like. You know, I do watch people like Young Pharaoh. I haven't watched him in a while, but I will say like people like him, okay, he inspires me and he's very real and he's very honest. And one thing I will say is that he's a very intellectual man, okay? So not even just him, but there's other people as well. And also Les Brown, he inspires me. I'm really big on Les Brown because he's brought a lot of inspiration to my life within just a few moments of time. And the reason is because he really talks to people who feel like they're broken on the inside. He doesn't just talk to people who are rich or who have all this money. No. And when he talks about topics, he talks about real life, reality, real life experiences that he's experienced throughout him growing and getting through the circumstances that he overcame. And I myself, as a woman, want to do the same by overcoming my circumstances and helping people to overcome theirs as well. And I feel like me growing through this and having this growth period and explaining and telling you my life as of right now, this channel will grow over time and you will see the changes. And I honestly see the changes within myself only because before I had this very bad habit of not just only thinking negative, but assuming, judging a book by its cover. And how they say you don't judge a book by its cover. Don't judge the book if you haven't read the book. Because you never know. The cover might not seem as though it may be interesting, the title, but you never know. When you read that book, it just might interest you, okay? So I used to be that kind of person. I no longer want to seep into that habit of being judgmental or, being mean to people and being selfish. I was a very selfish person. It had to be about Alizé. Now I know that to take more selfless acts, okay? So when I talk about new reality, I'm not just talking about you just manifesting what you want. But when I really think about a new reality, I think about you becoming that person that you really want to become. And that is me taking the step of doing that as of right now to become that version of who I can see myself being. Okay. And what I do is I do sit down, I do have these inner thought conversations, meaning I will sit down with myself and I will not just affirm, but I will ask myself, how do you feel? And if I have a limiting belief, I have to be honest with myself. Okay, and that's what I'm doing right now. And actually telling myself, you know what, I don't believe this is this, that, and the third. This may not happen, but I have to change that limiting belief. And I have to just say, okay, let me change that. Let me destroy that belief. Because I did put out a video saying that any negative thought, I destroy it. And I do, but at the same time, the negative, sometimes when something that you believe so much and it has been just embedded within your subconscious for so long, it's like you have to get you have to get that out. And that's what I'm working on as of right now. So I'm not afraid to tell you I'm starting over again, okay? Meaning that I'm starting over to do what I do best. And what motivates me is getting up every morning. Like I said, I do want to exercise, but I have a lot of back pain. I'm going to try to do that again and see how it works out for me, but I don't know. I have to see first. I have my appointment in 3 days with my doctor, so I get to know what's going on, and hopefully I'm okay. But I'm not going to stop putting out videos or content, and I'm not going to stop, pursuing this, because I really wanted to come on here, and I feel like I honestly feel like I I see myself motivating people, although there's still things that I have to learn. Better communication, listening skills, personal development, that is still something that I'm learning. So as I'm learning, okay, and as I'm doing it and putting in the work to do it, okay, I am also motivating you to do the same thing. I'm not saying sit here and assume that I'm not going to say that I'm trying to save the world. Or no, there will be some people who will not agree, and that's okay. Everyone is entitled to how they feel and what they see and what they perceive. Like I said last night, with knowledge, people interpret knowledge in a different way. Everyone sees it in a different way. You might see it that way, I can see it this way, the other person will, well, let me look at it from this angle. So everything is different. Everyone's different, not everyone thinks the same. So my whole thing is, when you are focusing on a reality of the new reality, don't just focus on just you manifesting what you want, but also focus on you. See what qualities are there, what certain qualities that you do like about yourself. Write out those things. I wrote out qualities that I do like about myself. I wrote out things that I really like about myself, okay? I wrote out, like, I like how I'm intelligent, I like how I'm thoughtful, I like how I'm honest, I like how I'm loving and I'm caring. Don't get me wrong, I used to be the type of person that would lie a lot. Now I've come to this point in my life that I no longer want to do that. I'd rather just be honest, even if it is a consequence. It's Honesty is the best way to go. Okay? I put out in my last video of something that personally happened in my life, and I wasn't afraid to say that, okay? And the reason I said that was because that was me just being honest about how, being honest with me, also with you as well. So there's other things, write down what do you, and honestly, I do want to say this, don't just jump right into loving yourself. A lot of people will tell you to jump right into loving yourself. Be a friend to yourself first. It's like a relationship that you want to develop with an individual. You want to first develop a friendship, and that's the most important thing. And that's something that I used to miss, because I would always want to jump towards the relationship and not jump towards the friendship. And I would always miss that. And a little birdie told me, you need to lean towards more of the friendship before the relationship. And I know so it's like we get carried away, and we do that. Like, it's like, you can't just immediately say you love yourself. That's why I said, like, in my like I'm saying right now, I wouldn't say in my last video when I said I don't love myself yet. This is true, I don't. I am being a friend to myself first, because I have to get to know myself. I have to get to know who I am, what I like, what I don't like. And then from there on, once I really get to know who Alizé is, I can then start to see and then start to build that loving relationship and that connection. We always want to start small. So when you look at your new reality, don't just go based off of your manifesting whatever you want. Manifest what you want. I'm not telling you that you have to love yourself to manifest. I'm not telling you any of that. But what I am telling you is, see the new person or the new version that you want to be. And I've been told, people have told me, I'm a stud. You should see what kind of man that you want to, look up to, and be a new version of who be a new person. Me, I am a very, I used to date men, okay? I've had, like I said, I'll tell you that story later. But I will say that the version of who I am still being emotional, because I am a Cancer, and I do a little bit, I wouldn't say I do astrology, but I do know from what the information of what my godmother has taught me. She has taught me about my ascendant, my moon, and what else? Oh, my sun. So what I am a Cancer sun, and I am a Cancer moon, okay? And I am a Taurus rising, okay? So how I view the world, my person, how I view the world is as a Taurus would view the world, okay? And as a sun, my sun, which is my ego, that is of a Cancer. And then my emotions as a moon, that is of a Cancer, okay? So I'm very emotional. It's like, it's, and I understand, but one thing I did take from it was that I do tend to cling on to people, and I don't like that. That's why I try to, I used to be the kind of person that would push people away on purpose, okay? And like I said, those old habits, that is my old reality of who I was and who I used to be. And now I want to adopt a new reality, meaning that I want to change those things, and I'm changing them as of right now by sitting here and actually focusing on my thoughts and really seeing what are these limiting beliefs and where are they coming from and how can I change them, okay? So I'm not going to tell you, please don't think I am a manifesting coach. I am not a manifesting coach. I will not become a manifesting coach until I have officially mastered manifestation. And I'm just saying that, and I'm just being honest, okay? So I do feel that I will be a master at manifesting. Absolutely. Everyone has done it. We all can do it. Let's do it. But I will say that, like I said in my last video, don't just focus on just those things, because you will have all those things that come to you as well, but also see yourself as the version you want to be, the weight that you want to be at, whatever the case is. I lost 8 pounds within a month. It wasn't like a great thing, but it was like something, okay? So I was working out and I lost about 8 pounds, so, or more. I wasn't really sure about my weight, but I think I was around in the 230 something, and now I'm at 228. So once, my back gets better and stuff and I see what's going on, I can exercise again and I can go back to doing what I was doing. I did fall off because I was going back into my little old habits, and that's why I said, I don't want to sit here and not be honest. So I myself am going back into actually eating healthy, but I will have my cheat moments, of course. That's not going to change. A healthy lifestyle is very important, but one thing I was realizing was that I was doing it for the reason of just looking good and seeing and basing it off of, just looking good. But see, my whole thing was, well, not basing it off of looking good, but before I did have that, like that belief of wanting to do that. But me being able to commit to a healthy lifestyle, I will say that I'm not going to lie, I'm not perfect. I have had my moments of, eating out food and stuff like that. I have. And I went back, I had my fruits and stuff like that, etc., my vegetables, etc. So, like I said, I want to jump back on that bandwagon and that train, because I did fall off. I was realizing that the motivation I was getting was really from myself and wanting to change. And we are going to fall off sometimes. So I'm not afraid to tell you that I did fall off the train, but I'm getting back on the train. It's not going to go away. It's going, but I'm running towards it. So I'm getting on it. All right, I hop back on. So my whole thing is also when it comes to also having a healthy lifestyle, I will say not even just that, but also exercising just to feel better about my body. When I exercise, I noticed I felt better about my body. I felt better about myself because I did something and I feel like I accomplished it, even if it was just for 30 minutes or an hour. And I would go for an hour. I would shoot for an hour, 6 to 7. I would shoot for an hour. Sometimes I would do, I would exercise with my godmom, and she would put me through workouts, and I mean literal workouts, okay? So she has huge calves. So anyway, I do want to say that and say that I am, persevering through. So when I talk about my new reality now is to meditate, to affirm a new reality, to see myself in, to have my affirmations, to change my mindset, my thinking, and no days off, and continuing my motivational videos and stuff like that. Also, I do want to go back on this video that I did talk about, because I was watching a YouTuber and he was talking about how, being fit, you should, I think it was being fit, you should be in a relationship, but you need to be fit or something like that. I want to be honest and say this. Look, I'm not saying anything disrespectful for no one of, I kind of agreed with what he was saying, because when you do eat healthier foods, it contributes to a healthier attitude. And this is something that is true. Okay. And I feel like at one point, I will say, me, myself, I stopped eating meat for a while, and I was losing weight rapidly when I wasn't eating meat. Okay. And I also noticed that I felt a lot better when I wasn't eating meat. Okay. Now I went back to eating meat. I did. I've tried being I think I forgot how long I was a vegetarian for. It was a couple of months, but I was proud of myself. Okay. I tried to do vegan, but there wasn't the environment. You have to understand your environment too. Okay. I know this may be off topic, but I'm going to jump right back in. Your environment, okay, you have to also understand that as well. So I want to say, if you go back to that video and you see, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be fat. I'm not calling nobody out. I myself said I was fat too, okay? But I will say this, I do believe, yes, a healthy lifestyle is very important, and I was committing myself to that, and I fell off, and I do apologize to myself, to y'all, of course, as well, because you view my stuff. However, I'm getting back on that, and I actually am starting today. It's like, I will say that, not just starting today, but really, I will say that, we can all accomplish something, and I believe that we can all accomplish something, but it's always going to be something in the back of our minds telling us that no, we can't. And that's something that is very true. It's the image of how we perceive ourselves. So long I perceive myself as a negative person. I perceive myself as the old version of Alizé, who doesn't care about people, who always wants to be right, and this, that, and the third. And I haven't let go of that image. Now I have to really dig deep and tell Alizé the new reality and to affirm this. So I literally wrote down everything from yesterday when going on this mental diet and all of this stuff. And the reason I did this is because this is something that is very important to me. So like I said, this is like I'm going to give you updates even for my therapy. I have therapy coming up in a couple of days. So I will also have a playlist for my therapy, and I will talk about what I did and what I learned in therapy. And I want you guys to see that, okay? And see the grounding techniques. And like I said, we're all going to grow together. So if you fell off or whatever the case is, we can just get back up. I'm not trying to be no perfect person here. I'm giving you real, okay? So this is just me being honest and being real. So now I will say, going back to the new reality, see yourself as the person you want to be, where you want to live, what you want to do with life. And having your specific person is important too. That's beautiful as well. But also, focus on that new train of thought too, and seeing yourself being your higher self, that person, the god or goddess of your reality, that you see you, okay? And I'm not saying that this is going to happen overnight. Heck no. Sometimes it's going, you know what I'm saying? But we going to get through this together. So I'm going to name this new reality, okay? Because I feel like this is something that is very important. And I'm going to keep dropping my 2 contents. So this was the motivation that I decided to give y'all today. So I'm going to be dropping this video a little bit later probably not right now, but I'm going to upload it later. But I decided to just, record at the same time I did, around the time that I did the first video. So yeah, I just wanted to let y'all know that. So now this is me saying I see the new version of Alizé being more, not just only healthy physically, but mentally, spiritually, and emotionally. And the Alizé that's actually accepting herself and accepting where she came from, meaning she accepts the good, the bad, the worst, the ugly, and all, okay? And to find that motivation, because the motivation was really, it wasn't really something I had to find. It was really me all along to really find the motivation. And what I did love the most was not just getting up in the morning and exercising, but the one thing I loved the most was the fact that I was able to really be enlightened by people who are actually inspirations to me, okay? So like I say, and like I say always, we all evolving, okay? I'm still evolving, and let's do this together, and let's create that new reality that we all want with ourselves, okay? And let's totally do that, and no days off. You know what I'm saying? Even if you think of something, even if you have to give yourself a break, but still affirm you're beautiful and see yourself. I used to see the old me, the old Alizé used to see herself as ugly, see herself as not attractive. No one wanted her, and she used to see herself as just the person. It was just like that. My dad used to call me Hunchback from Notre Dame, whatever the heck that person was, and stuff like that. I used to get made fun of because I used to always get made fun of when I was in school. So it was me looking at that old person and seeing that old version of me. I no longer want to not look at that, but I want to say, you know what? This is not who I am. This is not who I see. But this is the new reality that I want to see myself as. And really knowing that, yes, I can inspire people. Yes, I am inspiring people. I'm inspiring myself. And yes, while even being in these situations, I know I'm still growing and I'm getting closer to my goals. I don't know if y'all ever have heard, it's you're closer than you think. Okay? So, that's how I see things, all right? So my whole thing is I'm very excited for this new reality cuz I feel like not only will this help change my life, but this will also help others want to change theirs. And I want to see me personally. It took me, they say you're not going to know who you really are until your age of 30 and this, that, and third. I'm going to be real with you. Me personally, I feel like in certain situations, yes, I have been very immature and I have seen that. But as I'm getting older and as I'm learning, I feel like I'm getting more mature and I'm starting to gain more knowledge from my experiences. Okay. So the experiences that I have undergone in my past and looking at that, I don't want to see that. And I'm not changing to be someone else, to be liked or to be loved. I'm changing that old reality and that old state because I'm tired of it, guys. I'm tired of seeing myself as so negative or, like letting, caring about what people think. You don't think that I put these videos out and I wasn't in the process and I said let me tell you something. I'm the person that when I get going on something, I get going. But then when it's something that stops me, I let it stop me, and I'm tired of doing that. And as of right now, I'm making that step and making that change. So if you do watch my older videos or see whatever, this is like me basically starting like a whole new version of Alizé. Literally, because I'm sick and tired. I'm so sick and tired. I've never been so sick and tired to be sick and tired. It's annoying. It's annoying when you just get tired of your own BS and you're just like, you know what, I take full responsibility. I took full responsibility for me contracting herpes. Simplex 1. I took full responsibility for me, losing certain people in my life or making certain mistakes. I took full responsibility. And I just said, you know what, that was then, but this is now. And this is where we start. And I believe that every day is a new day to start something new. Whether that's just even just looking or listening to a video. Okay. So this is what I do to apply to me. Okay. My new reality, motivational videos. I do still meditate. Like I said, that ain't gonna stop. Meditation and silencing my thoughts and listening to certain music. I don't listen to certain music. Like I said, in the beginning, I don't listen to certain music or certain artists. I used to, no offense, I might listen to a little bit of it, but not to a point where I'm like, I want to hear, like, it's not, no, because I'm trying to really train my mind here and to train my brain, okay? And I feel like if that's something that you can relate to, then we are on the journey together. And that's how I'm going to do this, and that's what I'm going to say in my channel, and that's what I'm going to keep putting out. And I'm going to let you know what me as Alizé does, okay? Also, like I said, incorporating those old things I used to do. Like, I used to be the one that loves to read. I loved reading, okay? And I'm getting back into that because sometimes I'll read a couple of pages and I'm like, But really, reading does help, and it actually creates more knowledge. So reading, researching, it creates more knowledge in my personal perspective. So yeah, basically that's what I want to let you know. So this is going to be probably the old reality versus your new reality. But this is not going to be a topic just based off of the Neville Goddard techniques. I do talk about Neville Goddard teachings because I do study on Neville Goddard teachings and the imagination and how the imagination is powerful. But like I said, I'm not a manifesting coach. Okay? What I am doing is actually learning manifestation while applying it to myself. I've manifested before, I've done it before. It's, me just actually understanding it and seeing what works for me, and you having to see what works for you. But when I actually do master this and see what works for me, then I will take that approach to being able to coach people. Until then, I'm not doing that. No. But I will talk about it because I like talking about it. It's fun. It's a fun topic. Okay. So, what I want to say is, that's what I'm going to say. And we're basically starting all over again. Okay. So I'm really looking forward to this mental dieting, and sticking to it. Okay. And really just sticking to it and having no days off. Even when I'm watching Netflix, I've been watching American Horror Story. I'm chilling. So, you know, but taking more of a deeper approach to things and really seeing things for what they are. Because, like I said, we've been through experiences. We've all undergone certain experiences in our lives, and like I said, I want to be able to be that person that cannot just help people, but heal people. Okay, and first, you can't do that without healing you. All right, and that's the most important thing. So I'm working on me, as well as I'm putting every single minute, every day of content out, and that's just what it is. So this might be old versus new reality, something like that. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And A to the L to the I to the Z to the E, it's all on me, and you just got your daily dose of Legend Z. Peace.